Hello, are we all back?
We're all back. Sorry about that. We're
Okay.
having an issue with the Zoom today.
So
Is Nirvana back?
no, and
Not
neither.
yet.
Looks like Lena's back.
Okay.
All right, so Fiona's just said that makes sense. Right, that's really interesting because obviously I got cut off in my own flow then, which is
All right. Well, we'll continue your flow.
no. It was, I think that was pretty much, you know, everything about it is this connection to like other beings and actually bringing it down, and also like, you know, channeling, which I think, you know, from looking at just her, you know, there's the alchemy side, you know, it's that taking things to another level, but also making sure that you know, do your own deep healing, that you do your own, like, you know, retreat, resting and held. But very, 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 I mean, those cards are just like so powerful. So there's a lot going on, but it's like, you know, you are connecting to a completely different realm than you've, you know, I think like last year you've started to connect, but like this year it's gonna go up a level. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. And
For
Suki?
you, can I just, for you, Fiona, this is about balance for you, okay? Because I feel like you can't please everybody. The only person you need to please is yourself, because I feel like there's disruption, emotional disruption around you, and you've been trying to please everybody, and it's like you've been losing yourself in this situation. So I need to say to you, bring balance back into your life. Step away from the self-sacrifice programming, and you need to release that, and put more balance into your life. What is meaningful for you, and what you need out of this year, what you actually want out of this year. But it is about balance, because it just feels like you're giving too much out and not giving enough to yourself. I hope that helped.
Yeah, I think that really does make sense. And I think that applies to a lot of people as well, not just to Fiona, but I think that to a lot of people in 2020 and now going into 2021, we have to rebalance ourselves and rebalance our lives. And I think that's important as well. So we have Lucinda here. Does she have a little message? Lucinda, do you have a message?
I don't really have a question specifically. Does anything come up?
Okay. Should we give that to Suki this time? That's for Lucinda.
Lucinda, I feel like you need a lot of protection around you at the moment. I feel that you've been. It's because I'm getting like a tightness in my throat chakra, and it certainly feels like you need to be speaking your truth around people, but you don't feel protected enough to do that. And it's about you stepping away from what always was around you, and creating new prospects for yourself. The other card that I got for you was about listening. It almost feels like you are getting and receiving the messages from spirit, and they are around you and they are helping you, but you're not quite listening to that inner self. You've turned her down. It's almost like you've turned your spirit down, and she's trying to speak to you. She's trying to help you. She's trying to give you the messages and the direction that you need at this moment. So find quiet space, find that quiet time where you can go within and start turning up that voice within you, because she's the one that's going to really help you spread your wings this year and fly into a direction that you never thought possible before.
Thank you.
I just want to like mirror that. Whatever the cards that I got was strength and communication, which basically backs up everything that Suki's just been saying. It's very much about actually having that inner strength, or strengthening, you know, yourself to actually speak your truth, you know, and tell people people are not going to always like what you may say, but like, you know, you have that right, you have that, you know, spiritual sense just to say things. But it's also about, you know, the communication is not just about talking, it's about listening as well, like Suki said. But you know, there's like divine guidance there as well. You know, it's like, you know, you're being looked after. The colours here is like the greens, the whites, the oranges. You know, it's like there's a lot of healing going on, but it's giving you that strength to sort of like stand up and sort of say, this is me, this is who I am, take it or leave it, you know. And I think that's a big challenge. It's, you know, it's yeah. So, but yeah.
Can I just go to Nirvana, please?
Thank you.
Yeah, you can go to Nirvana.
Because okay, Nirvana, I need to tell you that the mothership is going to land for you this year. It literally this is and they've been bugging me for the last 15 minutes because I have to say this to you. The mothership is going to land for you this year because you've always considered yourself to be a lone wolf, even though you've tried to keep within the pack, because wolves are never lone wolves. That is a misconception. They're always running the pack, but you have had to step away from other individuals that have held you back. And once you've made that decision, and it only seems like recently you made that decision, it's the right direction for you to go, because the other cards that came up for you was expect miracles and the romance and the connection, because that's what your heart desires, the romance and the relationship and the connection, but also to expect miracles. And they really are. They're saying the mothership is going to land in your backyard this year, round about end of May, beginning of June, and for you to watch out. Now, whether that's a physical event or whether that's because the ecstasy card came out for you as well, it's really going to feel like you've touched heaven. It's like your purpose in your mind and your spirit is just going to go bang and just go straight into its place where you're really going to feel the direction and the clarity that you've been looking for and asking for, and you're gonna, and it is a moment of ecstasy. So that's the message for you.
It's about her really finally stepping into her authenticity, you know, authentically me. So she is finally becoming authentically herself.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is going to be quite a big year for her. Definitely her voice is going to be heard globally. You know, she's on her way.
Yeah.
So now we don't want to leave Miss Tracy out. And I know she doesn't like to always ask questions. So what have we got for Tracy today? Go on, Fraser, you can go first.
Thanks.
we put Suki on hold.
That's all right, it's fine. Let's have a look. Let's do that. That one. Let's have a see. Do you know? Right. Oh, that's nice. New beginnings. And right, firm foundation. These are my power cards, and I've also got. This is coming up a lot today. Sacral. Okay, so I get very much. Again, lots of emotions, but not understandable for everybody at the moment. I feel that for you, Tracy, this is actually about building on what you've already been creating. You know, it's like the mountain here is like, you know, that's almost like a sense of you. It's like, you know, you are the mountain, you are going to the top of it, but it's also the fact that, you know, this is like you're going up another level. This year very much feels like, you know, there really are new beginnings for you. It's like stepping through that new door. Yes, it's frightening. Yes, it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen when I step out of that door? But it's like, you know, big things are coming. If you've got the courage and you've got the just almost like, even like, you know, looking out the door and seeing what's going on. It's there for you. There's a lot coming. You've got to allow, again, this goes back to this, like, you know, the sacred chakra. You've got to allow these things to unfold. You've got to be brave enough to actually step into your own power, because boy, that power, once you open that door, you ain't going back. Suki.
Okay, Miss Suki.
That's absolutely perfect, because the card I picked for you, Tracy, is honesty and communication. And there's a lot of love around you, because I just feel like you've gone through a lot of upheaval and turmoil lately, and you've felt unloved. You've felt like isolated, unloved, but they're sending you so much love. But with the honesty and the communication, it's about you being honest with people around you, because it's almost like there's individuals around you that are, the vanity card came up in the other pack for you, and it was about telling people, almost like putting them in their place and being honest with them, because you hold yourself back, you hold that communication back, because you think, oh, you know, things will change, things will change, but you've got to start putting the actions behind the thoughts. And that will definitely lead you up the next step that you need to take. But again, it's about the communication. It's also this communication, honesty and communication is about the worldwide forum for you as well. How you are creating that platform to spread that honesty and communication worldwide, but it's all based on the foundation of love. That's what all this is about as well. You know, with what Priscilla is creating, what Nirvana's creating, what all of these beautiful people on this event today, it's all based on the force of love, and that's what's going to take you forward as well.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. And that's quite apt for Tracy. Following our conversation this morning, Trace, that's quite good. Right, so I think we lost a few people in the transfer, but any words of wisdom, any pearls of wisdom that we might be able to impart to everybody for 2021?
Don't give up. What they're saying is don't give up. However despondent you are feeling this year, because I think this year is really going to be like a tsunami of truth for many people. Now that can be very disruptive. Truth is not always pleasant, especially when you don't want to hear it, you don't want to listen to it, or people around you don't want to hear or listen to it, and but you know in your gut that this is your truth, this is how you see things in its purity. So don't give up. Keep plodding on, even if it feels like you are putting one toe in front of the other this year. You keep going in the direction where your heart is taking you, because you can't go wrong. And it is about not giving up. We have literally been pushed out of a cave this year, and we are a little bit disorientated. We're not quite sure where we're going to be heading, what life is going to be like for us in the next 10 years is going to be amazing. So embrace the change, don't be afraid of it, don't give up, and persevere, in a nutshell, for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Suki.
Yeah, as I say, I love it when Suki and I just like, we're on this
yeah.
Boundaries. It's all about boundaries. There are so many people that are in the depths of despair, and like, you know, it's come up time and time again today, and obviously like there's a lot of emotion going about. It's about, are you going, enough, I don't want to hear your nonsense anymore, I've told you, you're not listening, you have to walk away. Sometimes it's really hard, especially when it's family members or friends. You have to just say, like, I can't help you anymore. You have to set your own boundaries. There are going to be people that are going to push, and if you take or accept or try and help them all the time, all you're doing is you're giving away your own power, you're giving away your own energy. And sometimes you have to say, what about me? What about my health? What about my energy? What about what I want to do? And so there's a big sense of boundaries this year, and actually making sure, and like a lot of people on here, it's about stepping out of your own comfort zone, putting those boundaries in front of you and just saying, enough, stop, I'm done, and moving on and moving forward. And yes, you may have to leave friends and family behind, but remember, we're ascending. Okay, we cannot take everybody with us. We want to. I want to save everybody. I know I can't. So sometimes we have to put those boundaries in and say, okay, right, this is my fence now. You either come with me or you're going behind. And that's it. And it's a very hard and harsh truth. But those boundaries, if we don't put them in, we're going to be pulled back down.
Yeah. So
be strong, be brave, and move forward.
Sort of following on from what Fraser's saying, it's true about setting boundaries. It's about, when you get into your vehicle to take a journey, you can't put everybody in your vehicle because it's only so many spaces available for people that are of a like mind to take the journey with you that are going to be able to fit in those seats. So there are going to be people that are going to be left behind or that are not evolved or having the evolution and the knowledge going forward. So we've had a very much a spiritual revolution last year where we've had to be awakened. A lot of people haven't been and will continue to bury their heads in the sand. But for majority of people, and certainly people here on the platform, we want something different. We want answers. We want to know more than what we see in front of us. And I feel like this is the best way to do that is to have platforms like this and people like Fraser and Suki and Wilma and Lucinda and Tracy and Fiona and Luna and, the other Tracy and Ntombu and Nirvana and Danae, and to have us all in one space co-creating with the divine. I think that's important. We're on the spiritual revolution and there's no turning back from this now. So it's about embracing our future and just strapping in for the ride, because I feel as if this year is very much an enlightenment year, a year where you are enlightened and you follow the light, you don't sit in the dark. So for me, it feels as if we are ready for this journey and we're ready to take the journey forward. And of course, Yvonne is going to be on the ship. So it's going to be great.
I'm with her.
We'll wave.
Coming with you.
Our little cars. I did take a card. And the card that I chose was Adriana. And it says, I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and desires. Let's listen. Listen to your promptings of the divine. Listen to yourself, because you know what? Everything else is just white noise and chatter. So it's about you listening to yourself and finally, for the first time, doing what's important to you. And as both Suki and Fraser were saying, it's like not listening to other people. This is your journey. It's not anybody else's. And so it's important for you to now say, you know what, this is what I'm going to put in place for myself going forward. And I'm not going to allow anybody else to interfere in that process. Any final words from Suki or Fraser?
Just one last card.
Yes.
Harmony and resolution.
Fantastic.
And blessings and love to everybody.
Let me just pull on too. Let's have a look.
And Fraser is mumbling away for his card.
Our mother. Okay, so it's about like love, affect. Just believing in yourself. That's it. You can't do anything more than that. You're on your own path, your own journey, and it's like you're being. We're all being looked after, and we're on this journey together. It's as simple as that.
Fantastic. Well, I just really would like to thank you guys for joining us. It's been amazing. And sorry for the little blip in the radar. I don't know what happened with our Zoom. It just suddenly put a timer on us and we had to talk fast. But I'm glad that you rejoined us. And I look forward to seeing you all again in April the 17th, which is our next event. We're going to go every 2 months because doing it every month is not good for Tracy, Stefan and I's health. So we're doing it every second month. so that we can give it the proper attention that it needs. So we look forward to seeing you on the 17th of April. And I'd like to thank my special guests, Suki Klair and Frasser Beecroft. And they are two amazing souls who I've known for quite a while and who I'm really thoroughly enjoying working with because they just have such wonderful energy. Thank you guys very much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day. So I hope you would like to just join the next lady. It's going to be Miko and Biji, and then Arlene, and then Authentically Me. So I hope you stay with us for the rest of the day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
You.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wilma. We love you.
Love you too.
Did you enjoy the beach with Trace?
Yes, I did.
We also went to the
Lovely.
beach.